Hey, how yous all doing? And welcome back. Hope you enjoyed the bagpipes there in Edinburgh. So straight into training here. All we're doing is we're just preparing for the power stairs that will be in Arnold, Ohio's. And all I'm really got is just about 100 kilo there, including the duckwater handle. Then I went into some wide grip, neutral grip lat pull down just to work my upper back. Again, we're pretty much, if honestly, I'm fully rehabbed now. Yes, I am using the full stack because, why would you know? Absolute stackers. Just feeling really, really strong now. I recovered really, really well. Regarding the bicep as well, it wasn't as bad as I thought. So I'm just pretty grateful that I'm in a good spot already. Moving into this now is just some standing overhead barbell strict press. Again, lockout, pretty questionable if you ask me. But yeah, could be a bit better. We're going to improve on that. It's just about blood flow, so I'm not taking it too serious. Then just into some single arm dumbbell row with an isometric hold at the top. As you can see, I'm sort of pausing, creating a lot of tension in the upper back, but just a lot of time under tension, sort of training like a bodybuilder, maybe a bit even exaggerated with the amount of tension that I'm creating at the top. But this is all still forms of rehab, building that confidence back into me. We are getting better, but sort of just biding our time, as I say. So all I'm really going in now is some log to overhead, floor to overhead, pardon. As you're going to see, I'm just going to pick it up. I'm going to clean her. It's only about 70 kilo, but it's just strict press, keeping my upper back, sort of like I'm keeping my upper chest up and sort of just doing like almost like a bench press, I usually don't press like this, but it's just the way I've decided to do it on the session because I'm not taking it too serious. Dropped it there, pretty happy. So I'm in Wixley, and I'm pretty much just travelling down to Morecambe, so all we're doing is really fueling up here. I've been here before. This is one of the best roast dinners I've ever had, and there's a wee fireplace there as well, which is just like nature's TV, and I'm a big fan of fires. Just that sort of natural light coming through, and again, just a wee bit more appreciation. Again, this is around just before Christmas time as well. Then we were sort of travelling through to Ripon, which is an interesting place. Set in the watch and Ripon, the history of the Wakeman and the Hornblowers. Well, I know a few of them, believe me. Aye, so there you go, Christmas time, Ripon. Nice place, bye, bit quiet, but no mass scene, but nice place. And then just in the hotel, some Yorkshire tea, some real tea. This is real tea here, a proper brew. And then in the morning, we got en route to pretty much gone down to Morecambe. We went to Black Sheep Coffee, which is my favourite place for coffee. I just really like the outside of this place. The building was beautiful. And then I had a banoffee sort of like waffle thing, which is apparently it's got 1,000 calories in it, on top of my Sympha 6 drink. I felt pretty bloated after it, but aye, what do you do in it? So now we're in MST HQ. Again, I'm just pretty much back into deadlifts, axle bar deadlifts, just a lot of repetitions. And now on comp day, it's actually at 13-inch height as well, so it's actually raised, which will favour me because I actually prefer that because I'm a wee short boy. So that was day one out the way, so we're going to go back the day after. This is a parmo, which is like a breaded fried chicken breast with like a lot of cheese on it. We obviously cut chips and some vegetables there as well. But honestly, you've never tried a parmo, I would strongly recommend it. Very caloric though. So as you've seen there, Big Davy on his horse. We're in Morecambe here. Nice place. A bit bland, but interesting characters, interesting people doing this neck of the woods. I'm sounding very PC there. It is a nice place. Tyson Fury's actually for here. I think that's sort of like quite a big highlight of Morecambe. But yeah, had a couple of beers last night. Nice place. And then we're going into the second day. So I'm just doing a wee bit of log. Strict press. This is only 80 kilo at the moment. No sleeves on, nothing like that. Just pretty much raw on it, excluding the belt, which I'll use to belt clean it as well. But plenty of nice honest reps. Dropping down. Then we moved into some axle overhead press as well. Just a wee belt clean as you do, because I've not got a gut. But yeah, just setting my feet there. Just a wee sort of light push press as well. just getting back into that sort of that momentum, because I've been doing a lot of strict work because I've not been putting too much pressure through the bicep, sort of that overhead position. There's a wee bit of fear there as well, but it's getting so much better, and again, using the pads just to respect the floor as well. And any Scottish person seen that, obviously that's us coming back en route. There it is, the blue arches. Then we're back into Apex and Fife, some safety bar squats, just some light, nice, honest work. As you can see, I've got my wee Christmas socks on because this is in and around Christmas time as well. Aye, why not? Very festive. Then just some sort of like an incline leg press. Range of movement, nothing wild, just getting a wee bit of honest blood into the quads, because this was actually Christmas Day. Absolute loser training on Christmas morning, but again, what do you do? So I getting a wee bit of blood flow, feeling good, and then just getting out. And then going into this is just a goblet squat. Quite like goblet squats, as you can see. I'm just creating a lot of time under tension, just nice and controlled. It's no heavy, just getting blood flow in it, because the training block for Arnold Ohio's is about to start shortly, so I'm just trying to feel alright, and then just getting the hell out of there. So there's a Apex strip, refined, and as you can see here, I am just doing some kettlebell walking lunges, again, just working the quads, glutes, hips, slightly elevating the heart rate, but just again, very basic stuff. Then just some isolation work, prone hamstring curl. Again, this is a very old school prone hamstring curl machine, but it's actually one of the best ones I've ever used. Nothing fancy, but it's got plenty enough weight to increase it. But just a lot of repetitions getting done. And then seated calf raise. I'm going to be working on my calves a little bit more, because I've had a couple of calf issues last year during prep, and especially during Europe's Strongest Man under 80s. I hurt my calf on the second and final event. I did not like it. And then just some sort of posterior chain work, just working my lower back, glutes, some angled area. As you can see, the Christmas socks are on, what's it, as the cool kids say, on fleek, something like that. And because it was Christmas night as well, somehow Netflix started like a live stream for the NFL, so it was a good opportunity to watch the Dallas Cowboys compete. But just the introductory open up games was absolutely outstanding. And sorry about this small screen, because I've done it upright as well, I didn't do it sideways. But as you can see here, just a wee cheeky Budweiser. And then the day after, obviously didn't kick the arse out too much. Had to get back to work, so a wee coffee, ice, pumpkin spice latte for you white girls out there. And then this was just the day after, again, back into log, progressively increased the weight now. So we're up to 90 kilo now, no elbow sleeves on, but just putting some honest mileage into the overhead. But again, my best log strict press is about 130 kilos, so when I'm doing 90, yeah, my ego's taking a bit of a kick in there. And then just moving into some barbell strict press, sketchy lockouts there as well, but again, it's just a wee bit of time under tension. It's nothing wild. That was about 65 kilo, but we're just getting blood flowing and waiting for the block to start shortly. And then some dumbbell lateral raises. This is mirrored, just hitting sort of the medial head, and just a bit on a shoulder health as well. As you can see, Cleo there, absolute double layered as well, looking absolutely buzzing to be here. As you can see, very ecstatic to watch me do this. It's a bit of a juicy Christmas, as you can see here. Lot of sodium, lot of Brussels sprouts flowing at the moment. And we're doing a cable front raise with an isometric hold in the centre on the concentric and eccentric phase. Look at me, try to sound all fancy, but that is the terms. And then we're doing some reverse pec deck rear fly, just again hitting the rear head, hitting the traps a little bit as well, but a lot of time under tension, just sort of squeezing at the rear and that peak contraction, but just getting a good wee bit of blood flow. And then just moving into some single arm supinated front raise dumbbell curls. That's a mouthful in it. As you can see, juicy Christmas. I'm actually off cycle as well while I'm running TRT, which is, that's a low end stuff just for now, but we'll be on cycle soonish. Looking at my body weight at the moment, I am 87.3 kilo, and this was between Christmas and New Year, so our body weight's looking not too bad at the moment. So a wee bit of nutrition: oats, blueberries, banana, Sympha 6 shake, Atlas Endurance shaker, some cashews and some salted nuts. Just some water as well. Really exciting there. Aye, some turmeric, vitamin tablet, and fish oils. Lunch, we went into, again, green olives are like one of my favourite fat sources, but you've got cucumber, beetroot there, sweet potato, chicken breast with paprika, and pink Himalayan salt on it. So all your macros are getting covered here. Really, really nutritionally dense lunch as well. And that's, again, the calories aren't too high either, which is good. And then just gone into the evening meal, we've got some lean steak mince here with pasta. It's got garlic, mushrooms and onions running through it. Well, obviously like a decent tomato sort of pasta sauce. So very protein, carbohydrate dense meal here. And this is sort of pre-bed meal. It's sort of like a teaspoon, like a dollop of peanut butter. Yeah, it's absolutely that solid. It's just staying there. We've got some Greek low-fat yogurt there as well, which I'm going to mix with this whey isolate, which is cookie dough flavour, Podium. I got that because it was it was quite cheap, so just mix it up and it makes it a bit different. And then, being a wee cheeky boy, and there's obviously my Halloween Christmas bottoms, dairy milk, fruit and nut, 6 cubes, and that's all I have. So I'm still going to lose weight whilst eating chocolate. Yes, it is possible. It's all down to your portion sizes and having a wee bit of discipline about yourself. If you slam the whole bar, then you're probably going to be in trouble. And then it's been a wee while, but wagon wheel, axle, floor to overhead, obviously copyright. I can't play the tunes, but I'm getting pretty hyped up here. But nice, really, really light. I'm using the pads just to obviously not slam down on the concrete, because then Stephen Cherry will absolutely kill me, who's owner. Also, former Scotland's strongest man opens. So yeah, we didn't want to be annoying him. But aye, just nice, some honest belt cleans, push pressing through, just getting some honest reps in. But this is going to progressively get overloaded each week, and we're going to get heavier and heavier and heavier, and the intensity will increase as we building into the Arnold Ohios. So then we're going to go into some behind the neck strict barbell press. Weight isn't heavy, but it's more just a bit of just keeping solid form. I'm going to keep my ribs down as well and create a bit more tension in the shoulders here. And usually it's not a snatch grip, it's not like a medium grip, it's sort of like in the middle, but just some honest reps now. And like I said, we're just going to be building this. Relatively boring at the moment, but this will eventually get pretty spicy as we progress through the weeks. And then we've just got some dumbbell unilateral press or single arm press, and all I'm really doing is I am I'm sort of like overextending, almost exaggerating that lockout, so I'm actually stretching the serratus muscles, which is pretty much just below your pecs to the side, if anyone's wondering, sort of like the little striations, little finger muscles on near your abdominal area. But yeah, just feeling that nice big stretch, full range of movement. And then I went into some croc rows. So it's just a single arm row in a pronated position pretty much. But what I'm doing is, you can see, I'm coming at the top, but I'm having like a little pause about 1/4 of the bottom down. And all that's doing is doing a little isometric hold and creating even more tension, which is very humbling. And it does work. And we're there for quite a while. And this is like beyond humbling, but this is just for a little bit of shoulder health. These are 2.5 kilo plates. So I can press probably about 135 kilo log on my head, but I'm getting absolutely humbled by 2.5 kilo plates. But this is what it's all about. It's all these little things that are going to add up and that matter. So never skip your accessory work. And then we're just going to go into some incline bench dumbbell front raises. As you can see at the top, I'm just creating that tension for a few seconds, that isometric hold, and that's just pumping blood into them. And again, just working on more shoulder health stuff. But yeah, just all about angles here. A wee bit hungry with the shots, but what do you do? So a few days later, I'll say fast forward for the last weigh-in, I was 87.2 if I recall. Now I'm 86.8, so a wee bit of progression there. And as you can see here, sort of like mid-ball side slams, sort of rotational work. And again, this is just like sort of posterior chain work and just activation work. Just a bit of dexterity as well, and making sure I didn't drop the ball. And this is just, again, just mere sort of activation work, really working the hips here, hamstrings, etc., and balance, which is absolutely required here. But it's just some single leg dumbbell Romanians, some unilateral work here. So there's definitely a bit of balance required here. Not too heavy, but enough to be activating, elevating your heart rate. And then this is where we're starting to this is when we're starting to shift a wee bit of tin here now. This is a 13-inch axle sort of wagon wheel height, which is going to be the height of the Arnold Ohios, which is also going to be max as well. And I have full intention on coming at least top 3 minimum at this. If anything, I have full intention on trying to win it, but we can see what happens. And then again, going into accessory work, I really like these sort of 13-inch axle pendlay rows, just getting in that position, really working the upper mid back, being in that sort of solid stacked position, and also using the Cobra grips to save my grip, because there's no way I'm going to be able to roll that without it. And then I'm going to be doing some sort of relatively wide grip pronated pull-ups, and just with like a little twist, I'm sort of just rotating front and back, and also just working my hips here, which is very humbling. Just body weight at the moment, but I'm going to presume progressively we're going to be adding weight as we go on. And this is just some hamstring work here. As you can see, arms are looking all juicy, boy. Only 30 kilo dumbbells. We're just looking at quality over quantity here as well. And because it's just sort of the start of the block, I'm respecting the weight. I'm not kicking the arse at anything, because I know throughout the weeks this is going to start getting really increased. And as you can see here, this is pretty much like blood flow restriction. And I've got a wee bit of like tennis elbow, so blood restriction can help with this, but not heavy. I'm actually swinging this a little bit as well, and I should probably be going a wee bit lighter, so just moving forward with that. And for absolutely no reason, I got a chocolate peppermint slice, and look at how green that is. So I got a place in Bob and Bert's in Fife, so aye. So I like changing subjects really, really quickly with this kind of stuff as well, but here we go, as obviously safety bar back squats with isometric holds in the middle. So as you can see here, I am coming down halfway, roughly, with an isometric hold, and then I'm going to be pausing and holding full depth, and then driving up. Safety bar and front squats are the way forward for strongmen, in my opinion. And then we're into some axle blast press from the rack, pushing with a thumbless grip as well. I'm not too bad at these. It's just sort of preempting, sort of doing that dip whilst the true weight isn't actually on my shoulders. It's sort of just getting that wee sweet spot there. But this is all for a reason as well. This will just be assisting my axle overhead, as you can see there. And then in some sort of single leg front rack barbell split squats. That's a mouthful, isn't it? Just a bit of balance, and again, I'm not doing it, I like to call it Ronnie Coleman style, where it's just elbows over, like arms over, cross. I'll use the straps as well, but this will progressively get increased as well. This one's a wee bit dark, but again, I've got the blood restriction there, and this is just a pronated sort of front cable bicep curl, which is just absolute torturing my arms. Feels pretty strange, but it's getting a wee bit dark. Maybe I should have put the lights on. So yeah, this is just a big insight on usually what I'd eat, sort of like in general throughout the week. This isn't like a week's worth, but this is just usually what I'd be having. So there's all like your proteins: lean steak mince, turkey, chicken, Sympha 6, Greek yogurt. Obviously, I've got my isolate there as well. So all we're doing is we're really just looking at different amino acid profiles to different sources. And as you can see there, I was just sort of showing it's 0% fat as well. The podium stuff, which I got for a good price. The Sympha 6 as well, great taste. Would strongly recommend it. And then just sort of moving through into the carbohydrate sources, as you can see, white basmati rice, which is easy on digestion, sweet potato, more nutritionally dense than white potato, penny pasta, oats in the morning. And then moving into fat sources, I've got cashews there, I've got almonds, there's peanut butter, double stuffed, sort of like garlic olives, which is real nice, and avocados as well. So plenty of different vitamins and minerals come for that. Fruit wise, I only do bananas and blueberries as well. That's what I sort of stick to. Vegetable wise, I like sort of like the long pointy peppers, beetroot, chestnut mushrooms, got a lot of vitamin D in them, cucumbers and broccoli. But again, pick and choose what you want. You just want multiple different colours of vegetables, because you'll get different vitamins and minerals for it. But that's pretty much my food in general. A couple of wee snacks there and then, which I'll show in the next video, but this is it in a grand scheme of things, and price wise it isn't too bad. I buy my stuff from Aldi, so again it is budgeted, but it is all essential good stuff. And we're sort of getting into the nitty gritty now of the prep, which I'm really looking forward to. And I've been, to be honest, after doing weeks upon weeks of rehab, I'm happy to be doing events. So this is just frame carry. This is actually two 1.25 kilo plates just flew off there, but that's 12 metres and 12 metres back with about 200 kilo frame. So at the Arnold Ohio's, it is a duck walk into power stairs. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to do about, roughly, about 4 metres or so. Just going to duck walk in when I'm actually ready and actually get a grip of myself. There we go. Right, cool. And I'm just pinging up, jumping up, sort of sitting there, popping back. And again, I don't have power stairs, but I'm fortunate enough to have really solid, decent rubber mats, which, again, it's not the best, it's not the worst, so I'm still grateful for it that we can prep for this. But yeah, just some nice, honest repetitions getting put in. And then we're just going to be doing some axle barbell speed reps, only for like 6 sets of 3, that's about 135 kilo. Feeling good. Obviously Matt Bridgetop as well, strongest in New Zealand. So as you can see, I've got an absolute stellar setup here. Sandball, a throwing sandbag and 2 sandbags. And all I'm doing is just doing an arm over arm. I was told to just take it easy this week as we progressively overload each week, so I'm really looking forward to getting pretty feral on this. But for now, I have been told to behave and not do anything too wild, so I very, very reserved, but again, an honest wee bit of movement in there as well. So this is the last exercise, then the video is a wrap. This is actually an exercise I just made up, just to work on my grip. My grip's actually pretty good, just not in a wide grip frame. So just working upper back, a wee bit of leg driving that. But as always, I really appreciate everyone watching the YouTube videos. I'm going to try my best to turn up every week, but I've got 2 friends that are going to send a message to me.
Guys, subscribe to Dean McPhee's YouTube channel. It's great now.